so my wrist breaks. And at this point, I get up off the ground and I'm just like, I'm feeling this sensation, right? Like, hold on, something ain't right. So I'm thinking it's sprained, so I just go and I walk it off. I come back and I literally try to shoot the ball and it gets caught right here and it just like falls out of my hand. And that at that point, that's when I knew, like, yeah, my shit, it's just not right. So I go to the doctor and they tell me, they like, you know, we can't really detect if it's a fracture or not right now because it's still swollen. They did an x-ray and I guess you can't detect fractures on x-rays and stuff like that. So they wrapped me up, they bandaged me up, and then I went home and they say just stay off of it for 2 weeks, come back. So I get home and I instantly don't follow the rules. I get home and I'm trying to like get it back right. Like I'm like, nah, it can't be broke. It can't be broke. It just gotta be sprained. I can just work this off. So I can't go to the practice because my wrist is still on fire. You know what I'm saying? It still hurt. I can't do nothing. I can't dribble. I'm trying to dribble at home. Can't dribble. I'm trying to like lift cups. I can't do that. I can't lift nothing, man. So time goes by like a month. I still ain't go back to the doctor because I'm thinking like, oh, it's probably decent. I go back to hoop again and the same thing happens. The feeling comes back. I'm like, yo, what the fuck, bro? So finally, I actually go to the doctor and like a hand specialist, and they tell me, they like, yo, your wrist, the bone, like I think it's called like the scaphoid or something like that. That shit is gone, my nigga. And I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah, we gonna have to do like a bone graft. You gonna have to take a piece of bone out of your arm and put it into your wrist. So it's like a double procedure almost. And so I'm like, all right, well, how long it's gonna take for me to, you know, to get back? And he was like, he said, to be honest, I don't know if you're gonna be able to get back. And that's literally all. Once I heard that, my whole body shut down. My entire body shut down once I heard that. I'm just like still, and I wanna cry at that point. And my mom, she's there and she looking at me and she like, you good? And I was like, I'm just not talking. I'm just in shock. I'm just like, yo, what? Did you just hear what he just said? So I go home. I get back home and I just go to my room and I just stay in my room all day. Just thinking about all the things that could have been. Thinking about like, damn, I shouldn't have went outside. I shouldn't have played basketball that day. I shouldn't have did this move. I shouldn't have jumped, this and that. A million thoughts attacking my mind. And then the worst thing starts to happen. I start questioning God. So in the midst of all my anger and all my pain, I start questioning God. I start talking to him real angry. You know, like, why you let my hand break? Like, why did you do this to me? I thought you was giving me opportunity to do this. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this to me? I don't understand this and that. You said you was gonna keep your promise. If I pray to you about something, you was gonna give it to me, this and that. I'm mad, you know what I'm saying? I'm mad, like crying mad, like I'm hurt, like I'm hurt. And I'm just like, you know what? I'm done. So I just stopped. My faith was just gone. I was like, I'm done. bit after that, I went into like a deep depression, a very deep depression. I started pushing all my friends and my family away. I didn't want to talk to nobody. I didn't want to see nobody. I was just, soaking in my own puddle. You know what I mean? Picked up some bad habits along the way that I'll probably talk about a little later, but wasn't healthy at all. It was damaging my body. I was just crushed. I didn't know what to do with my life, because it's like all I knew was basketball, and that's what I knew I wanted to do with my life. And once it was taken away from me, I just felt like I had nothing else to offer to the world. But see, this is the thing about God, right? Sometimes when you putting things in front of God and you like, this is more important than He is, He'll take that away from you just to show you what's the real, that's really not that secure, that's not that important. And now looking back on it, I thank God for bringing me through that, experience, that whole trial, because if that hadn't happened, I wouldn't have discovered all the other talents that I have. I wouldn't have met some of the great people that, that's in my life right now. Over time, as I started to get into the healing process, my confidence is starting to get a little better, but I'm still in a depressed state. I just kind of just gave up on life a little bit. I wasn't working either. Not that even I could work, because I got a broken wrist, but I didn't know. I had to figure out, like, am I just gonna get a job, or am I just gonna I don't know what I'm gonna do, So I started reading a lot of books, self-help books, and they was working. They was kind of, I ain't gonna say they wasn't working, they was getting my mind right, they was getting my mind together. But one thing about self-help books and all that stuff, law of attraction, all of that stuff is real, but best believe all of that stuff, all of them sayings, positive thinking, this and that, all of that stuff is bidden from the Bible. All of that stuff that they be talking about in all them books, law of attraction, loving yourself, doing this, doing that, all of that comes from the Bible. And I didn't understand that until I started actually reading the Bible and getting closer to God. You know what I mean? The universe, people say praying to the universe and this and that. Man, look, it's only one creator, it's one God. The universe ain't gonna bring you nothing. God is. God created the universe. God is in heaven. What is the definition of heaven? Above all universes. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna pray and ask for things from a resource. The universe is a resource. God is the source. So over time, my faith started back growing and growing and growing, and I started, to just turn things around little by little, man. Things start getting better for me. So soon after my wrist, it heals, I get back to playing basketball and things like that. And I'm playing and I'm hooping, and I just realized, like, damn, like, I'm just not the same. Because the things that my timing is off, my shot is definitely shot, like, it's done. Like, I had to rebuild my jump shot from the floor. And it's like, man, like, when is this ever gonna get better? I'm practicing, I'm trying to practice, and it's like, damn, like, I'm just done. Like, my talent was just gone. I wasn't able to play basketball for like a whole year and a half. So I'm just like, damn, like, am I ever gonna, be good at this again? Like, my confidence was shot, so I went back down to the floor level almost, and I'm just like, man, I'm hooping against dudes that's ass, and I realized I'm not cooking them like I'm doing decent, but I'm not really cooking them. You know what I mean? And I'm just looking, I'm just like, man, what the fuck is going on? Like, I'm practicing and I'm missing shot after shot after shot after shot after shot. I'm losing my handle and everything, and I'm just like, man, look, this shit is over. I'm leaving this shit alone. If it just must not be meant for me at this point. So, next thing I do, I throw my fucking basketball shoes in the garbage, and I say, good night, my nigga. I'm done.
I'm not saying I'm going to rule the world or I'm going to change the world, but I guarantee that I will spark the brain that will change the world.